Children, I hope you have gone through my previous video, and today we will continue further. Children, we will continue further with S block elements, and previously we had studied about alkali metals. Today we will study about alkaline earth metals. Alkaline earth metals comprise beryllium, magnesium, calcium, strontium, barium and radium. Now let us discuss their atomic and physical properties. First is electronic configuration. Now all the alkaline earth metals, they have ns2 configuration. That means in the outermost shell they have 2 electrons in the s orbital, and so the compounds of these elements are predominantly ionic or electrovalent. Next property is atomic and ionic radii. Atomic and ionic radii of alkaline earth metals are smaller than those of the corresponding alkali metals in the same period. Why? Because the nuclear charge, number of proton has increased while the shell is the same. Okay, and down a group, the atomic and the ionic radii increase with increase in atomic number. Next property is ionization energy. Now, the first ionization energy, first time when you remove an electron from the alkaline earth metals, it is higher than that of alkali metals. Why? Because the nuclear charge is more than alkali metals. But the second ionization energy of alkaline earth metal is smaller compared to corresponding alkali metals. And on moving down the group, when we go from top to bottom, the ionization energy decreases. Next property is hydration enthalpy. Like alkali metal cations, the hydration enthalpies of alkaline earth metal cations also decreases on moving down the group. This means that Be2 plus has maximum hydration energy, then Mg2 plus, then Ca2 plus, then Sr2 plus, and finally Ba2 plus. So minimum hydration enthalpy is of Ba2 plus and maximum is of Be2 plus. But due to smaller size than those of corresponding alkali metal cations, group 2 cations are more extensively hydrated. They get more hydrated compared to alkali metals. For example, like MgCl2, magnesium chloride, it forms a hydrate MgCl2.6H2O. Similarly, calcium chloride also forms CaCl2.6H2O. So they get more extensively hydrated. Next property is electropositive character. Alkaline earth metals are strongly electropositive. They form divalent cation M2 plus because they lose 2 electrons. Now this character increases down the group due to a decrease in ionization energy. They are less positive than corresponding alkali metals. Alkali metals are the most electropositive. Now next is oxidation states. They show alkaline earth metals show only +2 oxidation state because after losing 2 electrons, they have inert gas configuration and hence they do not lose any more electrons. Flame coloration. Except for beryllium and magnesium, all other alkaline earth metals give a color to the flame. Calcium gives brick red color, strontium gives crimson color, and barium gives apple green color. This property is similar to that of alkali metals. Beryllium and magnesium, because of their high ionization energy, do not give any color to the flame. Melting and boiling points. Alkaline earth metals have higher melting and boiling points than corresponding alkali metals due to their small size and more closely packed crystal lattice. But this change is not regular on going down the group. So these were the physical properties. Next we come to the chemical properties. Now alkaline earth metals are less reactive than alkali metals, and the reactivity of alkaline earth metals increases on going down the group. Now first reaction is reactivity towards air and water. Beryllium and magnesium, they are more or less inert towards oxygen and water because of formation of an oxide film on their surface, but beryllium burns in air to give beryllium oxide and beryllium nitride, BeO and Be3N2. Magnesium also burns in air, oxygen, to give you MgO, magnesium oxide, and Mg3N2, magnesium nitride. Calcium, barium and strontium are more electropositive and they form oxides, nitrides and peroxides. Now reactivity towards halogen. All alkaline earth metals combine with halogen to form halides. M plus X2 gives you MX2, where X can be fluorine, chlorine and bromine. Fluorine, chlorine and bromine. Now BeCl2 is conveniently formed from the oxide. BeO plus C plus Cl2 on 600 Kelvin to 800 Kelvin temperature gives you BeCl2 plus CO. Next is reactivity towards hydrogen. So all elements except beryllium combine with hydrogen upon heating to form hydrides of MH2 type. Beryllium hydride can be prepared by reacting beryllium chloride with lithium aluminium hydride. So when 2BeCl2 reacts with LiAlH4, it gives you 2BeH2 plus LiCl plus AlCl3. Calcium hydride, strontium hydride and barium hydride, they are ionic compounds and they produce hydroxides and hydrogen. Calcium hydride is also CaH2. It is also called as hydrolith and is used for production of hydrogen. Reactivity towards acids. All alkaline earth metals react with acid to produce hydrogen. M plus 2HCl gives you NCl2 plus H2. Next is reducing nature. Like alkali metals, these are also strong reducing agents. That is indicated by a large negative value of their reduction potential and low ionization energy, but they are weaker reducing agents than the corresponding alkali metals. The reducing nature of beryllium is due to large hydration energy of small beryllium Be2 plus ion. Now solutions in liquid ammonia. Like alkali metal, alkaline earth metals also dissolve in liquid ammonia to give deep blue black solution forming ammonical ions. Now we come to uses of alkaline earth metals. They have various uses. Beryllium is used in manufacture of alloys. Copper beryllium alloy are used in preparation of high strength springs. It is also used for making windows of X-ray tubes. Magnesium aluminium alloys are used in aircraft construction. Magnesium is used as flash powders and bulbs. A suspension of magnesium hydroxide in water is called milk of magnesia, and it is used as antacid against acidity problem in medicines. Magnesium carbonate is used in toothpaste. Calcium and barium metals, they are used to remove air from vacuum tubes. Radium salt, it is used for radiotherapy. Now we have to study some important compounds of calcium. First among them is calcium oxide, which is also called as quicklime, and the formula is CaO. Now preparation of calcium oxide is done by heating limestone at 1070 Kelvin in an open kiln. Kiln, you know, furnace or bhatti like you call it in Hindi. So CaCO3 when it is heated at 1070 Kelvin gives you calcium oxide plus CO2. Now properties of quicklime reaction. First property is reaction with water and carbon dioxide. Calcium oxide reacts with water to give you calcium hydroxide. CaO plus H2O gives you CaOH whole twice. And it reacts with carbon dioxide to give you calcium carbonate. CaO plus CO2 gives you CaCO3. Then next is reaction with silica. Calcium oxide reacts with silica SiO2 to give you CaSiO3, calcium silicate. Okay. Now uses of quicklime. It is used in manufacture of calcium carbide, CaC2, cement, glass, etc. Used for purification of cane juice in sugar industries. Soda lime, which is a combination of NaOH and CaO, it is used in decarboxylation of carboxylic acid. It is used for drying gases and ethanol, and it is used as a flux in metallurgy. Next compound about which you have to study, that is calcium hydroxide. Calcium hydroxide is also called as slaked lime. Formula is CaOH whole twice. Now it is prepared by treating lime water and water. By treating lime and water, CaO plus H2O gives you CaOH whole twice. Uses of calcium hydride. Lime water is used in identification of carbonates, in whitewashing. It is used in manufacture of bleaching powder. It is used for softening hard water. Now when CaO is treated with water during preparation, evolution of heat in this reaction takes place, and this is called as slaking of lime. That is why the name slaked lime. A paste of calcium hydroxide in water is called as milk of lime, and a clear solution of calcium hydroxide is called as lime water. They are one and the same thing. Only thing is milk of lime is paste and lime water is clear solution. Next compound is calcium carbonate. It is prepared by passing carbon dioxide in slaked lime. So CaOH whole twice plus CO2 gives you calcium carbonate plus water, CaCO3 plus water. Uses of calcium carbonate. It is used as building material in the form of marble. It is used in manufacture of quicklime. It is used, a mixture of calcium carbonate and magnesium carbonate is used as flux in metallurgy of metals like iron. It is used as antacid. It is used in toothpaste, as constituent of chewing gum, and a filler in cosmetics. Next compound which we will study is calcium sulfate. Whenever you meet with some injury in which your bones are broken, so a fracture, and you meet with a fracture, so whichever part of your body, they put a plaster on your hand or your leg. So that plaster, it is made from this calcium sulfate. Preparation of calcium sulfate, it is prepared by passing carbon dioxide in slaked lime. This reaction, it is obtained by heating gypsum to 393 Kelvin. CaSO4.2H2O at 393 Kelvin gives you CaSO4 whole twice dot H2O plus 3H2O. This is gypsum 2 CaSO4.2H2O. When it is heated, it gives you CaSO4 whole twice dot H2O. Now it is also known as burnt plaster. It has remarkable property of setting with water, and it forms a plastic mass which sets into a hard mass within 5 to 15 minutes on mixing with water. Now uses of calcium sulfate is It is used in building industry as well as plasters. It is used for immobilizing the affected part of bone fracture or sprain. It is used in dentistry, in ornamental work, for making cast of statues and bones. So these were the important compounds of calcium. Next we have to do the biological importance of magnesium and calcium. See, adult body contains about 25 gram magnesium and 1200 gram of calcium, whereas iron is only 5 gram and copper is only 0.06 grams. Daily requirement of calcium and magnesium ions in human body is estimated to be about 200 to 300 milligram. All enzymes which use ATP in phosphate transfer require magnesium as cofactor. Main pigment for absorption of light in plants, as you know, is chlorophyll, and chlorophyll contains magnesium. 99% of body calcium is found in bones and teeth. Calcium helps in neuromuscular functions, neuromuscular transmission, cell membrane integrity, and blood coagulation. Calcium concentration in plasma is about 100 milligrams per liter, and it is maintained by calcitonin and parathyroid hormone. So this is what you have to study in this chapter. I'll be sending you the notes on WhatsApp group. Go through the notes carefully, learn it by heart, and try to solve the questions given behind the chapter.